Hello and welcome back to All Under Heaven. Last time got very silly, and this time I imagine it's going to get very silly again. Because, well, we are only halfway, roughly, towards getting into Division. Which means we gotta keep murdering people. We gotta just keep murdering people. It's the only logical thing. How many members of the Dynasty are there? 134. Okay, we're not gonna run out of people to murder. Wait a second. Better question. How many male living members of the Dynasty are there? Impossible to check. Okay, there's probably an easy way to do it. But anyway, let's assume at least 70, right? So we should be fine. Okay, right. So, first things first, I think when we're in a chaotic situation, the first thing that we need to do is we need to just take a step back, look at what we've got popped up, and just narrow some stuff down. So, first thing is, not a pop-up actually, but the fact that we're malnourished. It's a moderate health penalty. We should solve that by, if I find it in here, gaining weight. Yeah, we should just do that because there's no reason not to, right? That's just something we should do. Next, debates. We still can't actually do any. You're inspired still to make this goblet, but like there's no reason for you to. I could always just do it and then that makes it go away, and I suppose you completing an inspiration is good for you. Do you know what, son? Go make me a goblet. It gets the pop-up to go away. Ritual sacrifice, honestly, this can be unticked. We never do it because it's gold and prestige for piety. We don't need piety. Piety is a useless stat. Piety is often a useless stat, but it's even more useless here because we don't care about faith opinion. Unless, of course, we are holding on to land. If we hold on to land, you care about faith opinion because it determines how much they pay you. But, yeah, it doesn't really matter if we're constantly changing title. And everybody loves us anyway, so let's not worry about that. Travel itinerary. Don't need to do that. Let's get that out of the list. Inspection. I mean, we could do this. We would just be doing it to do it, but we could do it. Invited to the coronation. I should turn up. Study the Confucian classics. Don't need to do that right now, but I don't want it to go away. Don't want it to go away. Don't want that to go away. Cool. Right. Let's start murdering the Huangdi. So let's make ourselves a new murder thing. Let's get some people into here. So you're in. How about here? We can get this guy in for a bribe. Or some. I was looking for piety, but I don't think there is piety. I can use my prestige and a bribe. There we go. Here. I might as well just give him a hefty bribe. Let's just give him a bribe. Assassin, it's going to be you. And then alibi, it's going to be you. Wonderful. We're at 95% secrecy. We're going up by 9% per month. 10 months grace. Scheme's phase lengths are still pretty large, but there's not anything we can do to fix that. Cool. But we do start with a free advantage, which is cool. Because I think that's because we're so far over the top. I think that's why you start with a free advantage, but it doesn't matter. Right. Or it might be something to do with our intrigue. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Right. I want to go to the coronation now. So we are going to go to the coronation. Mainly because we also haven't been to one. Wait, why are we located over here? Oh, because that's where our capital is. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. We're going to head to the coronation, which is apparently being held here for some reason. So I'm just seeing what these give you. These are all just Wanderer trait experience. Don't care then. Yeah. I'll just go there and back, unless there's anything that's actually good. In learning's kind of okay. Intrigue is nice, but we've actually already got the intrigue bonuses here, so yeah, we'll just go there and back. I'm going to hire mercenary guards because it uses our treasury. Oh, actually I can't because it uses our treasury. I could feed my treasury, but travel speed, do I need it? Probably not. Let's just go. Right, and then what's my goal here? My goal here is to not bear witness, not advocate domain, disrupt loyalists. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do here. We're causing issues, right? And people have suggested we try and push the Huangdi to give us things for our son. I think the only things it was offering you were court positions. By court positions, it means one of these ones. It's not meaning like court position as in like a minister position or as in a or anything else basically. I think it literally just means like one of these positions where they get a tiny amount of gold and prestige. So let's not worry about it. Unless I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was saying. Okay, some laws are being replaced. That's fine. Agents removed from scheme and agents joined in scheme. That's why we have auto invite agents ticked, so it will actually sort those things out. Wandering perk. I guess I take mercenary hire cost? I guess? This is fine. My son is ill, but I know a cure. Although, do I need to? Yeah, I know a cure. I cured him. Fantastic. And I got some more experience in physician. Guardian Angel. While passing through the farmlands of Jingjiao, my caravan master Shanji avoids falling into a camouflaged irrigation ditch thanks to quick warding from my son. Alright, well they can be friends, that's fine. In line for Minister of Revenue. I am at a point where I'm allowing myself further appointments, right? Yes. Okay. I'm no longer malnourished. Wonderful. We'll let ourselves gain weight until we get back. Traveling traders. This one we don't want to do anything with. I arrived at the coronation. His magnificence has been heavily damaged by a faction opposing him. Who could possibly be in the faction opposing him? There's a disease? Wait, where's my capital? Here. Let's isolate that. I can't enter seclusion because I'm not there, but I can, yeah, hopefully make it less disease prone. Okay, let's go. Tutors continuing to educate children in my court. We have another daughter. Oh, another daughter, Xian Jian. Okay, that's cool. We finished a moat, apparently, which is another... I think that's a new castle, right? So it must be this one? Yeah, brand new castle. That's cool. Okay, back over here. Right. The prelude. So I'm the biggest attractor here. Okay. By far the biggest attractor. You in the crowd. Heaven favors the faithful, a familiar voice says. I turn around to find my granddaughter, Yu Xuan Zhen, calling my attention. You, Xing Fang, she greets me, tossing a coin. It's a distinct pleasure to find another you on such an occasion. It feels as though a lifetime has passed since our last meeting. Alright, yeah, because she's married to the Imperial Prince. And say, you will prevail, or we must remain humble. This gets us renown and fame dynasty for 80 years. You will prevail. A coughing crown. The dreaded Zhao Cheng Yu's pox has been on everyone's lips as of late, none more so than the Sangha of the hegemony. Why has Buddha punished the hegemony so, some lament? How can Huangdi Zhao Cheng Yu claim divine right in the face of such omens? Asks others. Such concerns seem to affect gentleman Chu Shouyi the most of all. He has spent most of the day in deeply worried prayer. So because we're both Buddhists, I can pray with him, or distance seems prudent, and I get keeping distance. What's this plague resistance? Let's get plague resistance. That's pretty good, actually. So these two people have become best friends, which has now increased our house relations. That's cool. Nice to see you. The courtyard of Longzhou shines with a golden glow. A breeze shakes the leaves as the guests drift below them. Yu Xingfang! I turn around to see my friend, Zhao Rengui, calling my name. With a wide smile, he practically trots towards me. Friend, so good to see you. Okay. He's of the Hengyang Zhao, which must be a... Yes, it's a spin-off house. So I can say I must ask a favour of... if I may ask a favour of you. That gets me 50 gold, but he gets a hook. There's some nice iced tea drinking here. There's a chance we can get Eager Reveler, which is good. Or always nice to see a familiar face. Let's take the 15% chance of Eager Reveler. I didn't get it. Disruption. The darkness of this night mirrors the darkness of his reign, King Pendon mutters as Huangdi Zhao Chengyu walks past us. Now, Yu Xingfang, now is our time to finally shine some light over this wicked realm. We can humiliate our host. He will either become our rival or will progress towards rivalry. But it will lower the magnificence greatly, or I will not oppose him openly. Okay. Let's humiliate our host. He accepted our petition. We lowered it and we're closer to forming a rivalry. The voice of Dao Shu, or Dao Shui? As the light of the day wanes, I see Xiaodong Chun Chin looking in my direction with a acknowledging nod. She smiles and steps closer. A fine day it's been, would you not say, Yu Xingfang? We must certainly thank heaven for these blessings. We, Dao Shui, revere his teachings, she declares with pride, taking a deep breath before continuing her theological dissertation. We endure a debate. Okay, chance I gain learning lifestyle experience. 0 chance I embarrass myself. Speak more. Or send a prattler to Born ignoring... Send the prattler to bore an ignorant supporter. I'll do a theological debate. Okay, I got some piety. The day was far too pleasant. Of course it had to be spoiled by the sight of the loathsome Zhao Guang Ting, my well-hated rival. Oh Lord, Yu Xingfang, he pretended not to see me until I got too close to him. Are you going to detain us during supper, or are those the clothes an attendant brings to a coronation? I took inspiration from your mother. I will listen to every word he speaks here. I'm not starting a murder scheme or would cancel my current one, or I'll take the influence, yeah. The ceremony. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. Enthroning of Zhao Chengyu. I suppose I should read this, because it's a different culture. With slow, grim steps, the Huangdi approaches the waiting throne. The enormity of what he has done, what he's become, darkens his face. Onward goes Zhao Chengyu, bedecked in his inaugural regalia. All proceeds according to harmonious strictures of ancient ceremony. All are prostrated before the Huangdi as he takes the seat of rule. Edicts are proclaimed, ministers swear to their offices, and ancient treasures uncovered, as they must always be. And at last the great imperial seal is received. He is a stain on his high seat. Murder. In my scheme to murder Huangdi Zhao Chengyu, I have enlisted the help of Lu Hongli, who turns out is something of an encyclopedia when it comes to languages. Using his vast knowledge of several dialects, he has created a code which he claims is uncrackable. Not only would a master cryptographer need to be required, they would also need to understand the subtleties of Chinese grammar, the details of Burmese proverbs, all the while keeping in mind the Hmongic word structure. And say cool and get 10% secrecy, or I can gain 2 advantages. Yeah, I'll take the 2 well, actually, I don't want the advantages yet, because, well, you know, I'll take the 2 advantages. I don't need secrecy, because my secrecy is full, right? Oh, it was full. It's not anymore, because he's dropped, actually, a little bit in his ability. Ah, okay, well. Huangdi's consort. The rites of the Huangdi's enthroning complete. The imperial consort is now to be properly instated as Huang Hu. Huangdi Zhao Chengyu's wife conducts the rituals with distinctive self-assurance. Her lowly breeding is betrayed somewhat when Hao Xuan fumbles with the most obscure vows of fealty to Buddha. Before long, and with great ceremony, Huo Xuan is led to her place of honor by my side, or by his side, and she takes the throne as Huang Huo of Song. Okay. Or Hugh of Song? Anyway. My role will be remembered by those who come after the start of the golden age for song. Unlikely, but we'll see. I now have 5 things, so I could seize the moment, but 36% is not enough. Okay. My food taster died of old age. And he was also my chief eunuch. Okay. I need a new food taster. Also need a new eunuch as well, but yeah, we'll send for one. Recruit for chief eunuch. Cool. Back to this. A challenge. The hall echoes with laughter of my rival, Zhao Guangting, with his taunts and insults. When he calls me a heartless swine, I draw my blade. I come back to my senses as I lean down over him, boot on his chest, both of us breathing hard. So you'll pay for what you've done and wound him. I want to hear you beg for mercy. I'll wound him. A worthy chief eunuch. Go for an average one. I'll go for the average chief eunuch. Okay. He's actually excellent by the time his extra skill stuff gets put in here, and he'll also make a good food taster, which is perfect. Which also, in turn, means that we're going to be better in terms of our scheme as well. Oh, also, I just remembered, I haven't been upgrading our estate, and I have huge amounts of money. We could have a look at Storehouse. What does it give us? I think drying rack's pretty good. Did we not already make a drying rack somewhere else? I don't know. Seems pretty good to me, though. It's a very solid one. The innuendo. I know what I said, I just don't understand why you find it so funny. Prefect Huang Shou Zhong cocks his head to the side while I withhold my chortle. I haven't told him what he said could be interpreted as something lewd. If you squeeze the head, a thick substance will pour out. I may not be alone thinking it's funny either. Gentleman Wu Si Li has spat out some of his drink when Prefect Huang Shou Zhong repeated himself. The two could share the same kind of crude humor as I, or they could be offended by it. I won't know what either thinks until I speak up. I'll say never mind. A promise is a promise. Unconcerned with any etiquette, my liege, Huangdi Zhao Cheng Yu slaps me on the back. I mean it, he exclaims. I'll do anything you ask of me, anything at all. Ask me and it is done. And smell alcohol on his breath. But the promise has been noted by every guest present. I'll take my weak hook. Okay. Painful entertainment. Pieces of sharp metal in some of the dishes, splinters on the chairs, small accidents promising bruises. Sitting at the head of the table, my liege, Huangdi Zhao Chengyu, cannot hide the cold smile spreading across his face as another lady, Chen Theru, spits blood onto her plate and say, "This is unacceptable, or I'll take care of her for now." I'll take care of her for now and gain a favor hook on her. Celebrations end. No oath, he's crowned sovereign. Okay, but he only got level 1 magnificent, so he didn't get a ton of legitimacy. This is really what matters. Child of my blood. Great grandson. It's called Jing Zong. And he is Herculean. Alright, good job, great grandchild. Oh, also, wait a second. So that's now my player heirs line. Okay. That's cool. Right. Ovine bounty. Herding insights. Get well fed. Get cheese artifact. We want the cheese artifact, yeah. Because the cheese artifact is a health artifact, right? Yep. So we're going to take off the worst of these, which is this one. I'm going to put a cheese artifact on for a little health boost. So any health boost is good. Drying rack is finished. Let's get the next level of drying rack. Make our way back. Night by the campfire, we tell our story. Trailside bond, we say, great, they're becoming friends. There's a heretic, we say, stop that, you heretic. Words known to have stopped every heretic known to man. Finished our drying loft. Let's upgrade it again. We now get some more influence and money. We've arrived home. Does it look like that's going to hit us? So there's a chance it hits us, but could also risk it. How long has it been around? It's been around for a year. It might spread to us. Let's enter seclusion. I'll drink tea first, though. See what random benefit I get. Alright, what benefit did I actually get? So it says I'm closer to getting a friendship. I got tea for the spirit. Okay. That's fine. Petition the Huangdi. I have to travel there? It takes so long to travel there now because I'm not there. That's our problem. Am I open to new appointments? I am, I guess. Okay. That's fine. Debate, inspection, local examination. Local examination gives us a good chance of getting intrigue, but we probably want to enter seclusion. There we go. You made me a goblet. Thank you. I knew it was going to be garbage, and you have overwhelmed me by its garbageness. I destroyed it immediately. Anybody want to join my political movement? Oh, 335. We're getting there. We're getting there. We've almost cultivated some movement power outside of our movement. It's almost time to harvest it. Okay. Invited to a local examination somewhere else. That's quite far away. I mean, we could go. It will get us outside the disease. Who's our regent, by the way? Oh, you. That's perfect. Okay. Let's go. It gets us away from the disease, which I think is good. Drying house finished. Let's upgrade it again to a large drying loft. Right. Okay. Learning from the best. Two of my agents, Xian and Grand Marshal Hu Tingyu, seem to have found common cause in our plan beyond basic goal. Impressed by his compatriot's skill with shrewdness, cunning, and ruthless double-dealing required to murder, Hu Tingyu has taken to studying what Xian does differently to himself in the hopes of improving his own skills. Harmless enough in theory, but it doesn't help our overall goal. We can improve somebody's intrigue by 4, put that energy into the plan, make our scheme phases 20 days quicker, or I can get an intrigue lifestyle perk. A perk doesn't do very much for us right now. Let's take the 20 days faster scheme phases. The Sorcerer of Rao Zhou. There's a sorcerer here. I will simply say that is none of my concern and leave. Oh, we're at 95%. How did that happen? I'm not going to get drained by mosquitoes, but let's see. Wait a second. Buzzing Scourge. The floodplains of Rao Zhou are swarming with tiny, dark, blood-sucking insects. No matter what we do, where we go, there they are, leeching blood like a torturous cloud sent by Mara himself. Not only are the horses getting flighty and temperamental, but my entourage is as well, especially my caravan master, Shan Ji, who is furiously flailing her sanguine-covered arms. So this gives us a 10% chance of getting drained by mosquitoes. I see. Otherwise, we get 75% or like 50. Alright, so I'll use the herb. Also, why are we at 95 so quickly? What happened? I really shouldn't question it, right? I should really just go for it. Seize the moment. Okay. My agents have succeeded in murdering Huangdi Zhao Chengyu, a thorn in my side no longer, thank Kama. Seng Hongqing's hirelings execute our plan perfectly. In the dead of night, the woman snuck through a gap scouted in the roaming patrols, let herself into our quarry's chamber with a stone key, and brought Zhao Chengyu's wretched existence to a wet, gurgling end. Unfortunately, no matter how much I protest, unsubstantiated accusations from all quarters point straight to me as the mind behind the incident. So he's murdered. This is our new liege. He's got 1 legitimacy and he's a child. I see. Can I ask him for a pardon? I can. Will he give me a pardon? Maybe. Also, I just noticed something. Wait a second. What's the pose? You inspire to overthrow the Emperor and replace him with a more suitable candidate, you. Oh, I like that. Wait, where did that one come from? I've never seen that scheme. Okay. Well, let's ask for my pardon. Your pleas just, and I find myself swayed by your arguments. I hereby pardon you of any and all current crimes in the eyes of the hegemony of song. In perpetuity, you remain a free man. What's the depose scheme, though? Since when has that existed? Wait, well, I mean, I'm obviously going to do it, right? But before I do it, let me just have a look. What's the conditions for the depose scheme? Depose, looking on the wiki, depose scheme CK3. Okay. There isn't anything obvious in the wiki, but there is a great rant here. The deposed political scheme makes absolutely no sense. I just got deposed by a rival and there's nothing I can do about it. Being at war with my rival did nothing in the success chance to the success chance. Switched over, then found the base success chance of the scheme is like 30%. With each phase it rises by 7%. We're talking about replacing a goddamn emperor, and apparently one only needs to use depose scheme and wait and then instantly be installed as one. No claim necessary, no murder needed, just plain old depose like it's a damn cheat code. Not sure if it's intended to be this easy. Why use influence to install more dynasty members and try to win the election when you can simply depose? Great question. I have no idea what the conditions are for this scheme, but obviously I'm going to run a depose scheme against him. Now, I don't think this will put us in charge. I think what this will do, by the way, when this finishes, is this will trigger the loses the mandate of heaven thing, which will then move us into division, which will then political movement with us in charge of the movement, this to be song, and then we can put ourselves in charge. I think that's what's going to happen. Wait, are we capped at 40? Oh, we're capped at 40 because I didn't invite anyone yet. Okay, let's go for these first. Let's go for speed. I have no courtesans who can join this. Interesting. Why do I have no courtesans who can join? Like, what do I need? No, I don't know what I need, but apparently nobody can join it. Oh, because he doesn't have a courtesan. Yeah, or a concubine. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to eat random food. Also, as this is a political scheme, I can also start a murder scheme at the same time. There we go. I'll just let that autofill for now. Right, we'll try the political scheme, then we'll try the murder scheme. That seems good. Language barrier. I was going to be late, but then I got a 7-day speed up. Okay. Do I want to end isolation? Does look like it's going away, so I'll end capital isolation, yeah. There we go. Yeah, I'm not in seclusion because I left, so we're good. Cool. Carrying on. Entrance gather. Find elder. You want to be my disciple? Alright. It's fine. Back in here. We choose... Doesn't matter what we choose here. We choose this one. Dishonored pouring. We show how to do it and get diplomacy, intrigue experience. I deliver the letter, which gets me a hook and intrigue lifestyle experience. We offer our assistance for this scheme, which gets us intrigue lifestyle experience and 2 hooks. That now gives me a new intrigue perk. I grab prepared for anything. So enemy hostile schemes are now less successful against us. Choose the middle option. Large drying loft is completed. Bell chimes. Now we chill here for a little bit. People are being removed and added to schemes. I'm not sure which one, but that's okay. Both schemes are kind of going. I think this is my depose one, right? Yeah. Okay. Right, we're finished there. On our way back. Fortified knowledge. Do I want the reckless trait? Yeah, sure, why not? I got reckless. Nice. Cool. It's a military trait, so it means almost nothing to us, but that's okay. Right. Somebody got a claim on one of my titles. I really do not care. I don't choose this one because there's an 11% chance you become one-legged, which just makes no sense for me to do. Your friend Anren died. Oh, okay. Fire in the forest. A pleasant stroll through the Fuzhou forest makes me really appreciate the landscape around us. The luminous green, as saturated as a lady's dress made of the finest fabric, the rays of sun filtered through the canopy as liquid ichor. A vibrant smell, perhaps a campfire. I turn around to my entourage and observe a caravan master, Shanji's livid face. Fire, she screams, pointing at the not-so-distant flames where Shide has been, is trapped. Since there's nothing we can do in Shide, my courtier dies. Alright. There was nothing I could do. I tried everything. You want one of my courtiers. You want my stable master. I decline. But weirdly, it's not the first time a Huangdi has asked for my stable master. And both times I've told them no. Okay. Granddaughter-in-law. Amazonian granddaughter from the same, who also is the sibling of the person who was already Herculean. Liang Shu. Okay. What's next? Capital examination? Suppose we could go to a capital examination. That'd be fine. Any of these I need to do? Old Mystical Communion? Yeah, I'll get 300 learning lifestyle experience for free. Oh, yeah, capital examination. Let's go. Go. Wonderful. Here you got 300 learning lifestyle experience. That's nice. Make a request. You want to become owner of my cheese? No. It's my cheese. Okay. New faction leader forced to join faction. Wait, whoa. I'm now the leader in the install intendant Yu Xingfang on the Zone Throng faction. What? Intendant Fan Jian used his hook on me to drag me into a faction which I'm now leading to put me in charge of the hegemony of Song? What? What? And everybody's in it. Okay, we now have 3 different things that could put us in charge of the hegemony of Song. Governor efficiency gives you access to the Archive family domicile building. Yeah, let's buy propriety. So that now means that I can buy the family archive building, which is actually in the estate. Family archive. Is it not in here somewhere? Family archive. There it is. Cool. Lowers artifact decay, gives you more governor salary, and means that you get a higher starting score for examinations. Alright. Cool. I can request my next local examination is free. Sure, I'll request that. The one I always rejected from people. Okay, I'm going to leave our faction going. The reason I'm going to leave my faction going is I want to try this scheme first. I want to try depose first. Okay. I can increase my success chance if I get a messenger pigeon to him. 70% chance. Sure. We got messenger pigeon. Alright, nice. Our murder scheme's doing better. So my priority list, I think, should be... Also, we'll send you to the children's examination. You failed. Should be depose, faction, murder. Is there anyone I can draw into this faction, by the way? I can add 89 members, it says. But none of them can be forced to join. Oh, they all absolutely despise our liege for some reason. Oh, because they hated his predecessor and he's below legitimacy expectations. I'm 457% of my liege's power. Alright, this is very silly now. I'm going to support entrance to make my family members do better. Which I assume means that they're entering. Family archive complete. Let's upgrade that again. We are now going to marry Seng Sugong. Okay. That's cool. Right, carrying on. Entrance gather. I'm gonna say honor is the way for him. And we're trying to get our grandson to pass. So I'm gonna choose this one to give my grandson that advantage. I'm also gonna close this and reopen it so it doesn't close and reopen constantly. An examiner bejeweled. This piece was a gift from a former student. Well, I can give 300 gold to have my grandson cheat, or I do not consort with such men. Mainly because I don't want to spend 300 gold. My alliance with this person is ended as he's dead. Fair enough. Oh, it's also my son is in this as well. I'm losing Hanan apparently. Our people have left and joined different schemes. Courtier was imprisoned. Oh, well, that would explain why he left the scheme. House relation improved with someone as people became friends with each other. Right, let's go. Provincial archive is finished. Uarin is no longer my personal physician for some reason. He's no longer eligible, I guess. Okay. In which case, you will be my new personal physician. And instead of trying to improve your... Oh, actually, you know what? Improve your own personal physician trait. That's fine. Because you probably don't have one right now. It's fine. Learning on the job. Of those I've chosen to involve in this little scheme, Intendant Wu Chiong is probably not the absolute most skilled. Still, he's clearly applying himself, determined not to let my efforts go to waste with the aim of improving his skill in matters of intrigue. Bettering yourself is costly, but it helps us all in the end. In 20 days of progress, and he's already got 3 intrigue increased. Credit goes to our mastermind, opinion of me goes up, or we can try and get more. I'll just get 20 days of progress in our whatever scheme it is. That was in our depose scheme. Nice. That's the one I want progress in. Okay. Let's go. Examination. Going. Palace examination. And war declared on our liege. A shadow at court. Truly it's a blessing to have someone like Chen Yanggong involved in our scheme. Someone able to advance our goals in any number of ways, simply waiting for a direction. An inviolable combination of skill, access, and proximity to Huangdi Jiao Li Jiang provides us with a variety of options on how to exploit them. Scheme growth, base success chance, secrecy, advantages. Take advantages? So that scheme can now fire. Okay, cool. And I gain some merit. Okay. But even if this scheme fires, it's not got enough in it yet for us to want to fire it. Because it's only at 76%. My daughter, 45, can marry. Okay. There we go. Let's find someone for her to marry. I don't know, inheritable trait. She's got, what, 1 year of being able to have children still, so... why don't you marry this guy? Seems fine. It's not going to be matrilineal. That's okay. Right. Okay. Carrying on. Right. Keep going. We're heading back. We'll find another path around the ants. My grandson can marry this person. That seems reasonable, yeah? Seems fine. Pete, tell me more. Prefect Jiang Huai is jittery with a childish glee as he guides my visit to the peat quarry in Haozhou. For some incomprehensible reason, he seems to think this place is the jewel in this grassy crown. I look over the ravaged field, all brown and greyish green. My eyelids grow heavy. Lately, sleep has been eluding me. Slowly, they slide shut. Suddenly, I jolt awake. Jiang Huai's hand at my sleeve. Was I boring you? And say I was simply taking it all in, or look at this coin purse. So I was simply taking it all in. Okay. I'd say I need your horses to give me travel speed. Yep, let's do that. I've now arrived home. Wonderful. Okay. That's fine. Keep going. Thick as thieves. So, since recruiting both Governor Zhao Shizhong and Commandant Zhao Zi Fang to my scheme, the pair have become rather amicable with each other. Seems shared tasks and mutual concerns have brought them out of brought out a little spark of kindred recognition in the two retrobates. Their understanding is nothing serious yet, but a little nudge could see true friendship blossom. Let's gain 3 advantages. Cool. I've been appointed favored minister? What does that even mean? I get more ministry base rate, merit, personal power. My personal power is even higher. Also, we are now at over 1,000 on this. Okay. Oh, asked to join movement. Anyone else? Nope. Though there's a little bit more power in this than there used to be again. Given that I'm about to do things, I might just get you to join. And you to join. And you to join. Okay. That's fine. Back in here. And unaligned, I will also ask to join my movement. Okay. Cool. That's fine. Close working conditions. Governor Zhao Shizhong and Commandant Zhao Zifang seem to be enjoying themselves a little bit too much for the humble role they play in my designs. Common ground in our little plan to depose has been given way to mutual respect, which in turn is clearly becoming a firm bond, however unlikely the origin may be. Okay. So I can get hooks and we get become friends. They're amusing, or this isn't a social gathering. Yeah, and we're getting 20 days of progress. Okay, so we're 85% with 9. Obviously, if I wait one more, right, we end up at 10. 10 gives us a pretty, well, yeah, it will give us 95% either way, right? Because we'll either get 95% because we're at 10, or we get 95% because I'm getting 9 added to, like, 85. So it'll be pretty much 95%. But it has no secrecy. I still have my faction to put us in charge with 775% of my leash's strength. Alright. This seems like a save situation. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do a save. And we need some thinking about what our conditions are for if we reload. So I'm going to try depose. I want to see if depose works. Right? I fundamentally just want to see if depose works. I think that has to be step number 1. Does the depose scheme work? How does it work? Where are we going to end up? Yeah. I think that's step number 1. So, if the depose scheme fails, what do we do? I think we reload if it fails. Yeah. I think we're going to reload if it fails. Okay, Grand Ambitions, the Fateful Night. We're also going to reload if it just doesn't work in some horrible way, like the mechanics just break. Today, the very foundations of Kaifeng tremble under the weight of House Yu. A silent revolution has unseated the Huangdi, marking the dawn of a new era. Small acts of rebellion, each door left ajar, each message led astray, wove the fabric of her triumph, proving that the might of an empire can be swayed by the humblest of hands. We stand on the precipice of a new era. Tomorrow the Empire awakens not to a tired old legacy, but to the promise of my reign. You, Jiao, Li Zheng, are but a fading echo of my empire. So I imprison this guy, I get the hegemony of Song and its vassals, I gain a level of influence, which puts us up to Imperious. I lose stress and he loses opinion of me. Okay. This gift will mark the beginning of your royal tenure. Intendant Cheng Yanggong of the Jiangxi unfolds the beautiful banner bearing the emblem of House Yu. You are the Huangdi in name, but still the realm shall convene for a grand ceremony of coronation. There you shall cement your authority and pledge yourself to Buddha as protector and defender of Song. Okay, other matters call to my attention. The fate of the fallen. Before me, the deposed Huangdi awaits his fate under the shadow of the hegemony's smouldering heart. How I choose to deal with the man before me is not merely a matter of personal retribution or magnanimity, it's the first stone laid in the foundation of my legacy. Will it be vengeance and revolving strife, or mercy and hope? The eyes of the court, of the people, of history itself are upon me, and say, go in peace. Here's the scars of his downfall. Mark him and cast him out beyond the walls, and he'll establish an adventurer camp, or I'm not done with you. I will cast him beyond the walls. Okay. So that's fine. But where has that left us? So we've deposed him. But that should mean the mandate of heaven is now gone, right? Okay, we now have a big plague, the cold humor flu, apocalyptic plague. Okay, I'll summon the physician. Foundations of state. Just as all rivers flow eastward towards the sea, so too do their masses who dwell beneath heaven now look to me as their sovereign. The first step in inaugurating my realm must be to pronounce the name of our realm, so all must know how to call that to which they belong. What name shall our deeds resound through history? Zhou Liang Chen. I was kind of thinking you might be what we'd go with here. Although I don't know how to do the accent. Let me test something here. There we go. Copy-paste can work. There we go. So, we gain some legitimacy. Legitimacy level goes to 2. We get Imperial Seal Artifact, and we get 1,000 Renown. The elements of virtue. Heaven has 5 elements which must be duly regulated and harmoniously attended to. Wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Since the themes of ancients, each new ascendant dynasty has embraced one of these elemental agents of change as its own and coloured its banners accordingly. And so too must I now make this choice. I have no idea. I mean, I guess ours is red, but I think the previous one was red, so I'm gonna go for yellow? I don't know. Symbolic of earth, immutable as our foundations? Maybe? I don't know. I'm the cultural head. I got Mandate of Heaven. Claim the hegemony of China and choose a name for your new thing. How do you do achievements in here? It's in here, right? And then it's going to be somewhere down the bottom, I'm assuming, for get hegemony. Yeah, there you go. Mandate of Heaven. Cool. But has this made it so the dynastic cycle has now lost the Mandate of Heaven? No. So do I have the Mandate of Heaven? So I have the Mandate of Heaven. I think. I think this is the Mandate of Heaven. And now I need to raise it. Is that right? I say with no real confidence of any of this. You can favor an era. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do that just yet. That's fine. Right, clear these out. Now wait a second or two. I can probably cancel the murder scheme. Even if we want to murder him, we'd want to murder him in the other save, so that's fine. What do you want us to do? Light approach, okay. Right. Oh, I think that it just chooses what color your realm is. So we've gone with yellow. Oh, I see. We're now considered a... Wait, Zhao is now considered a powerful family. I see. Interesting, it's got a new person in charge of it. New powerful family of Wu. I see. I'm just going to wait till the end of the month. Till everything calculates, basically. Right, so are we now in charge? Yes. Oh, wait a second. The conservative movement is now absurdly strong. Oh, right. So can I ask people to join my movement? Yes. What movement would that be? I need to find somebody who's less committed to the movement. So what would I be... where am I moving them? I'm moving them into the pro-U movement. So I need to move them out the conservative movement. Okay, so this depose scheme worked perfectly then. Okay, so it actually turned out we didn't need to do any of that nonsense. We could have just done this. Okay, I'm going to save the game. This, I think, is where we're going to carry on. In fact, I'm going to make this our end of episode save, because I think next time we'll start with that. I want to do something else before we end the episode, though. I'm going to reload the previous save, and I'm going to fire the faction. I want to see what that looks like. I'm also kind of interested in seeing what the alternative one where we get it to max is, because that might actually be better for us. Right? Getting division to max, because then the era would move to division, and then when we come out of division, we would move back into a stable era, I think, or at least an unstable era, which isn't pointing towards division. But let's do this. Let's press demands. Let's see what happens. There we are, I'm in charge. Easy as that. Wow. Okay, so that works equally as well. Except that everybody gains a favor hook on me. Okay, so I'm less a fan of that, although my legitimacy is much higher this way. So everyone gains a favor hook on me, but my legitimacy is higher. Huh. Okay, did that change anything with this then in here? No, we didn't lose the mandate of heaven or anything else. Yeah, don't care. We're going to reload this one, but that's fine. Okay. So a bunch of things become invalidated. This guy just hangs around though, which is interesting. He just hangs around now in this version of it. Okay, no mandate of heaven lost. Huh. Interesting. Interesting, so that just also works. I wasn't entirely sure how we were able to get the faction with us in charge. I'm going to reload back to a previous one as well. Let's reload back to 24. Were we always able to raise a faction for us? In which case this was a far easier way of doing things. But we're living and learning. So let's see what our alternative is. So if I was to go in here, and then I was to just go like, hey, claimant faction... See, I'm not a claimant. So how did the faction start? That's what I don't understand. How did that faction start? Because I don't have a claim on my liege's title. Let's go back to the... Back to this one? Yeah. So let's go back to this one and have a look. How did that... So I can't start the faction, right? So how does the what is the faction? Then. That's what I don't understand. So what's the faction? It's just to install me in charge. But I wasn't able to raise this faction, so it had to be somebody else who raised the faction. Huh. Interesting. So I wonder how this works. Members of the claimant faction support pretender targeting a title belonging to a liege. Yeah, so it's not due to a claim. It wasn't independence, it wasn't liberty, and it wasn't disillusion. Yeah. So somehow somebody raised a faction for me and then put me in charge of it. That's wild. Okay, interesting. How far away are we from division on this one? We're like 9 people away. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that was possible. Okay, let's reload the one that we're gonna keep going on, because I'm still interested to see where things go with this. Because we've actually made ourselves a challenge. What's the July 1st one? Why do I have an autosave which is after the save I literally made? And then, like, loaded something from? How did we get an autosave, like, a month after that? And it doesn't matter. Maybe I had it unpaused when I made the save somehow? Anyway. This is the one which we're going to go with. Okay. Oh, I probably made the save and then unpaused for a little bit and let it run. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So, our new challenge, I think, is can we get into one of these other eras and not end up in division ourselves now that we've made a giant conservative movement. Which I think will be an interesting challenge. I think that's what we're going to do. Beyond that, I don't know what my goals are, right? Because I don't know if I actually want to play as the Huangdi. Because I don't know if that's going to be interesting at all. But maybe I do. I think what I want to do is I want to make the realm stable. I think making the realm stable is a good challenge. Maybe I want to see succession through. And at that point, we can see where things are at. We can see what our plans are. But, yeah. Yeah, this is wild. This was very surprisingly easy to do. And actually, it could have been even easier. I also just want to check down here. I was just seeing what the other ones were for this. So, Mandate of Heaven as Christian faith. Become hegemon of China as Jarl Hastin. Yeah, so neither of those are things we're going to do here. We're not a Mandala ruler. Up here, what else have we got? We're not going to form an empire. We're not going to unite the Husam Guks, I'm assuming. And then up here, we'll just check the last ones on the next one as well, just to see if there's anything else. We obviously have Silk Road innovations. Pass all exams with one character. Oh, we never did that because our character wasn't a child, so therefore could not pass the child exam. Okay, interesting. Yeah, and then I'm assuming that is... Also, what's this? Choose a new dynasty 5 times in the same campaign. Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand that. Right, and then permit a group of religious exiles to settle in your realm. I guess I could do that. Okay, interesting. Okay. So, there's not a ton left achievement-wise. Like, achievements, the reason I was looking at them was to give me a guide as to what we might want to do. Yeah, no, I think I think make the realm stable is step number 1. Make the realm stable, have a succession, see where things go from there. Also, what's this? Oh, it's a button to take you to the dynastic cycle. Oh, cool. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.